It's at least automatic. It just happens. Any parent will tell you that love for one's children is unconditional. But most of our relationships really aren't that simple. The love that we have for spouses and partners can be a very powerful love, a love that drives all of our big decisions. It's probably not without conditions and agreements, though. Platonic love for friends. Our friends are easy to love, but we're not with them all day, every day, so there's a little bit of absence making the heart grow fonder there. And coworkers. I wouldn't use the word love for my coworkers, although they're great. So the less affinity, or maybe the more distance that we have from someone, the less we have that feeling of love. And that's okay and that's normal. You don't have to feel love for every person that you meet. But the thing about commandments, like to love your neighbor as yourself, is that they're not reminders to do easy things. There's no commandment to love your children. There's no commandment to eat cake. Nobody has to tell us twice to do those things. In the original Greek, for our first scripture today, the word used for love was agape. It's the same unconditional love that God has for us and that we tend to reserve for only a few people. We don't have that much capacity for that. And the word used for neighbor was a word that just meant nearby or close. So who is our neighbor? Even if we strip that passage of our own cultural connotations and take it at face value, the word neighbor here just means whoever is nearby. So there's 20-ish people in this room. There's people on Zoom, maybe hundreds probably people in this neighborhood. Almost 500,000 people in Colorado Springs. There's 8.2 billion people in the world, and I don't have the time or resources to love 8 billion people. So how are we really supposed to do this? In our second scripture today, Jesus reminds us that agape love isn't always about a feeling, it's action. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was sick, and you visited me. And maybe more importantly, he reminds us who is deserving of our loving action by not ruling anybody out. He doesn't say, love the good neighbors. He doesn't say, love the ones that are easy. He says, what you have done for the least of these, you have done for me. I was hungry. I was cold. I was sick. I have been on the receiving end of agape love here at Vista Grande, so I know that I am not teaching you something new here. There's a bigger discussion that we as Christians need to have about what it means to love each other. This is what the media tells me about my neighbors. My neighbors are criminals, terrorists. They don't deserve to eat. They haven't earned a roof or a bed to sleep in. They're a drain on the healthcare system. They should have complied. They weren't worth due process. Our second scripture reading today stopped at Matthew chapter 25, verse 40. The next part, though, says, then he will say to those on his left, depart from me, you cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. Strong words, we get angry, Jesus, now. For I was hungry, and you gave me no food. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and you did not welcome me, naked, and you did not clothe me, sick and in prison, and you did not visit me. Then they also will answer, saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or naked or sick or in prison, and we did not minister to you? Then he will answer them, saying, truly I say to you, as you did not do it to one of the least of these, you did not do it to me. There is a conversation happening among progressive Christians about how we have conceded the Bible to conservatives. We have let them weaponize the Bible and use it to sow fear and scapegoat our neighbors in service to a few people getting or keeping some power. We've let the loudest voice become the mainstream voice. We believe in the part that says, what you do for each other, you do for me. And yet so many marginalized people only know a version of Christianity that is leveraged to harm them. What's happening on a national scale is that second part. What you did not do to the least of these, you did not do for me. And part of the challenge here is that one of the reasons for this happening is also a deeply held conviction for many of us that we value diversity as a reflection of God. It's a feature, it's not a bug, it's supposed to be there, including diversity in faiths and beliefs. So it's not our goal to drag people here into church. And this is a big problem that we're not going to solve here today. What we can do today is to remember that what we're being told to believe about our neighbors and about each other is fear-mongering. But we can use love as an antidote to fear. So who is your neighbor when you look through a lens of love instead of fear? Our neighbors are criminalized and scapegoated. Our neighbors are hungry. Our neighbors need health care. And another thing we can do is to remember that it said love your neighbor as yourself. It doesn't say more than yourself. It doesn't say diminish yourself. You're not responsible for 8 billion people, don't worry. Each of us can only do what we have the capacity to do, and each of us will be on both sides of this. Each of us will be the one needing to receive. Jesus' ministry focused on the margins, the people most often excluded from community. But the point of this commandment is community care, that we all need other people to show up sometimes, and we are all capable of showing up sometimes.